everybody. Today I want to talk to you about two universal laws. I love coming to you with some universal laws topics because I think it's a very unique way to look at business and how you can achieve success. So today we're going to be talking about the law of polarity and the law of correspondence. So stick around.
You're listening to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast.
Welcome to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast. And now your host, Meliss-Ep.
All right, today we're talking about the law of polarity and the law of correspondence. Let's start with polarity. Polarity, this is having two sides to everything, the good and the evil, the love and the hate, the attraction and the disconnection, the negative energy and the positive energy, the feminine energy and the masculine energy. Everything in this world has balance. Everything is dual and everything is opposite, all at the same time. Why is this important? How does this have anything to do with business? Well, if you remember Newton's third law of motion, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. This really explains the law of polarity because what happens is you can nurture one side of these energies within yourself and totally forget the other side. So the law of polarity will draw that other side towards you to create balance. So if something feels out of whack, if you aren't reaching your goals, if you don't have direction, if you don't know what you're doing, then something has got to give so that there is balance. And when you really open yourself up to both sides of the spectrum, you're going to have a spark of excitement, a spark of energy, a spark of enlightenment. Ideas will come flowing very easy to you. And that's exactly what we want. So when it comes to your desires, your desire to have a big business, your desire to have lots of clients, your desire to have consistent income, your desire to help lots and lots of people and make a huge impact, we can see this from one of two ways. Either there is a challenge that you need to respond to, and you come alive when there is a challenge. You're like, okay, there is a challenge. What is it? We need to fix. How do we problem solve it? Let's roll up our sleeves. Let's go, 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 go. And that's when you come alive. You get sparked with energy to do when you see a challenge. You might also see a competition. So you test yourself or you want to break through levels that you hadn't broken through before. You really want to fill yourself up with everything you need and then release it. So you feel appreciated when you've crushed your goals. You're striving to do things like you're going uphill. And once you get to the top of the hill, you're like, it's done. It's done. Now, another way to think of this is that your desire is something that you can sit inside of you and it feels good and you close your eyes and you get all excited, and desire is attractive. You feel attracted to the things that you really, really want. This is where you're coming from the sensations in your body. You're connected to flow and energy and all of the natural forces of this world. And that's also very beautiful. The way that you seek excitement is by filling your emptiness. So if you feel empty, then you want to fill it up. And that's how you feel successful and understood. So this might be where you're not getting clients and you know you have a great service to offer. And so you feel kind of empty, like I have something great I want to give and people aren't here to receive it. So you feel misunderstood. And the way you feel connected to your desires is when you feel understood and people are like, oh, you have this thing to offer. I can't wait to have it. And now you're able to give it. So there's two ways to see everything. And you've got to really sit into the energy of how you're coming about things. Your desire is there. That's what you want. That's what you can't wait to have. Desire is a deeper word than want. There's not even a word enough to describe that feeling that comes with desire. But the mere fact that you desire it means that it's meant for you. It's there because you want it. You want it, therefore you get to create it. So when you have a desire, don't feel like you're defeated and I can't reach this goal. Instead, I want you to feel like the desire is there because I'm meant to have this success here. And when you flip it around a little bit, you're really getting into the law of polarity. You can see both sides of the spectrum and you can achieve your goals much more deeply and much more quickly. So let's talk about the law of correspondence. Want to connect about all your marketing needs and have access to all my free resources? Connect with other health and life coaches, healers, and virtual assistants that support those types of businesses. Join the fun over at magneticmarketingmastermind.com. Now, the law of correspondence is another universal law, which I think is really, really cool. What it is stating that your reality, everything you see, everything you think, everything that you touch, it is truly a mirror of what is happening inside of you at that very moment. The good news is that if everything is shit right now, you could shift what's happening to you at any given moment, and the mirror of everything that you see in your reality is going to shift at the same time. Another example is when you're having a struggle with somebody, whether it's a client or a relationship or something like that. There's some sort of ickiness. Then you could say, instead of blaming, oh, this problem that I have is because that person didn't do blah, 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 you can look inside of you and say, oh my gosh, this is a mirror of what is happening inside of me. I myself am struggling with something that's related to what I'm struggling with outside of myself. And when you think that way, you can take any situation that is troubling, uncomfortable, frustrating, and you can reevaluate how you can heal within yourself in order to stay grounded and calm and find that peace within you. Sometimes this comes from fear. For example, if you are jealous of other influencers online, other experts in your industry who are doing so well and you're not, then maybe that fear, that jealousy is really a fear of, I don't have enough. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not worthy enough. They're doing great things and I'm not. What's wrong with me? So instead of saying, oh, I hate that person online, they're just always showing off that they have all these clients and they're doing all these things. Instead, look inside of yourself. The law of correspondence is stating that this pattern that keeps reoccurring in your reality is actually you on a personal level mirroring that. That's why you experience it and somebody else doesn't, because somebody else is in a different place. Now, this might be super woo-woo for you, but I'm sure you guys can handle it because most of the people who listen to my podcast are super woo-woo. But I really wanted you to understand that if things aren't going the way that you want in your life, in your business, in your relationships, change something within yourself and heal it. And really take the time to solve that problem within so that the reality you see outside of yourself is going to connect to what you truly desire. Okay, the law of polarity, the law of correspondence. I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to the Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast at www.marketingtipswithmeliss.com.
Hey, coaches and healers, it's time to feel supported in your business. Head on over to our free community to get access to my best resources for free. I'm talking marketing tips, business strategy, feedback, and so much more. Join now at magneticmarketingmastermind.com. See you there.